Also today, President Trump says his administration is taking a look at libel laws. He says they're a sham and a disgrace. This comes after the controversial new book from author Michael Wolff, who had inside access to the White House, who was given inside access by the president. Wolff's book offers a negative account of the Trump administration and portrays the president as unengaged and unfit to be commander-in-chief. The president has called the book a work of fiction. Back to John Roberts at the White House. He can look at the law, but when he looks at it, it won't change because he can't change the laws, right?
Yeah, no, it's difficult to do that, but he would obviously have to get Congress on board to do it. But this is something, Shep, that the president has been talking about for a long time now. All the way back during the campaign when a lot of those stories surfaced, and he said that people can say anything that they want about anybody without any kind of recourse on the part of the person who he believes has been damaged. He talked about that a little bit more at the cabinet meeting today. Let's listen to what he said.
We are going to take a strong look at our country's libel laws so that when somebody says something that is false and defamatory about someone, that person will have meaningful recourse in our courts. If somebody says something that's totally false and knowingly false, that the person that has been abused, defamed, libeled, will have meaningful recourse.
In addition to the president believing that our current libel laws are a sham and a disgrace, as you pointed out, Shep, he also says they do not represent American values or American fairness. But as you pointed out, the president can't do anything about this by himself. He'd need to get Congress on board. That, no doubt, will be a heavy lift. Shep?
Yeah, it's more than that. John Roberts at the White House. John, thanks very much. For clarity, because we're in the position to report facts here, all of that about libel laws, that was just a word salad of nothingness, because none of that means anything except look over here. He couldn't change the libel laws. If he wanted to change the libel laws, he couldn't change them if he got the Congress in there. These are state laws, and that was nothing. John Bussey's here, associate editor of the Wall Street Journal, with which this network shares common ownership. It's state laws.
Right. It's two things. It's interesting. First off, this is not a sham and it's not a disgrace. Our libel laws are here to protect, and they do a pretty effective job of that. Speaking from a journalist standpoint, we're very observant about what has to be done to not libel somebody. So they're not a sham and not a disgrace. They are state laws. The Constitution's First Amendment is what it's all about.
Don't forget to click subscribe. It's almost as satisfying as skip ad.